The bungalow did play a big part in our lives in the summer. And he worked and he
It's
built.
the only time my mother didn't work.
Yeah.
One time, then, I mean, I'm already in my teens now, 16 or so, and he sent my mother to Florida, and I was on school vacation, so we were going to drive. So those days, you looked for. Sometimes he drove his friend from the automobile dealership.
Cars to Florida for them, yeah.
But this time we were going, and someone said, I got a deal for you. 2 teachers. They'll share the expenses with you. So we get in the car, my father and I, and the 2 teachers. And I don't remember how long it took, but I do remember that we stopped at a gas station for gas. And one of the teachers had on a camel's hair coat, which was the thing. Like a, what do they call that style? With the big lapels, a button down here. There's a word for it, but I don't know what it is.
Trench coat type.
But a very sophisticated, and I'm sure at that time very expensive camel's hair coat. Okay, so get out, you go to the bathroom, you come back, she goes to get in the car, and where the door was, the grease gets on her coat. She's not happy. And my father says, I got away. He takes kerosene. And yes, he got the stain out, but it burnt a hole right through the coat. So there went the sharing of the expenses. Another time, I went alone with my father, and I fell asleep, and I wake up, and he picked up a hitchhiker. And I started beating the hitchhiker over the head.
You didn't know?
Because I thought I got scared. Another time, now this was before there was 95. You had to go through the Okefenokee swamps or something. And because I was young, I would go to school in Florida.
Yeah, she did.
My father pulled, in those days you didn't need to be a resident. It was different then. My father's brother lived in Florida, and then he met Dave Katz, and they pulled me out of school, and he would work with his brother. And I would go to school. So, I spent a lot of, I was probably, I think, 8 or 9. We're driving to Florida, and he was one of those typical, he's got to make time, he's got to make time. So the first thing was, look, there's a Jewish place, motels. Well, that was motel.
Motel, yeah.
Okay, that was one thing. Then finally, no, we're going to go further, Well, now it's dark, and we haven't got a lot of choices. So we go in this place. It was a real cabin, and my mother says, they're going to come in here at night, and who knows what they're going to do. He says, don't worry. He takes the dresser, and he pushes it so that it blocks the door. So she said to him, she says, Mendel, you failed. They'll come in the window. What do you. So, and the 3 of us slept in one bed. Another time we went
to the food with Mama.
Oh yeah, we went to Florida, and we stayed in a guest house, in Georgia, and I do remember because I was kind of, I had seen they kept releasing Gone with the Wind, and all I remembered was there was a staircase, like Gone with the Wind, and we went upstairs, and then I came down because I wanted to get a postcard or something. And I heard the 2 men talking, and one said, well, a couple of damn Yankees just pulled in. Okay. The next day when we were leaving, I said to the man, you like taking money from damn Yankees? And my father pulled me out the door. But when my mother and father were married 50 years, Leo and I decided as a present we were going to bring them to Florida. They hadn't been coming to Florida in the winter then. So Leo had a station wagon from work, so he drove it, it was his. So we took the kids, the 3 kids, and I remember it was Christmas Eve. We left Boston, we lived in Sharon, and of course the funniest thing was, Leo said, well, I'm gonna put the luggage on top because we're gonna need room for the kids and your folks are gonna come. And of course he didn't secure it, and my daughter said, there goes my bloomers down the highway, the suitcase opened. But at any rate, we get to Boston, it's Christmas Eve, and the next day, and I remember it like it was yesterday because it was like 60 degrees Christmas Day, and we left New York. Now when my folks went, they were prepared. My mother was prepared. So she had a big, picnic, like a insulated thing. So we get to one of the Carolinas that night. The only thing that was open, it was Christmas Day, was some sort of a buffet, and nobody was going to eat that. So my mother says, "Sorg sich nicht, Kinderlach," and she opens up, and we all had a feast.